Welcome back to Major Talk Weekends. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's good in the hood?
How y'all been?
Yes. Tawana's back in the motherfucking building.
I know it's been a minute, y'all. It's been a lot going on, but hey,
Understandable.
hey.
All right. So today our topic's going to be okay, where am I at?
Realistic change for the future generation.
Realistic changes.
Mm,
I guess we can start by not beating our kids' ass all the time.
I mean, yeah, but that's really not a realistic change because you need the kids need discipline.
Yeah, I
You
say
know.
that too.
They need discipline.
In the last video.
Yeah, I mean, you need discipline for your kids to, keep your house in order.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess how far you go may be, a realistic change, but simple discipline is what you
Necessary.
need. Is necessary, So, I would say a realistic change for me is for my African American sons to basically be okay in the world that we live in now. Because right now I'm really scared for them to grow up and go out in the world and, live on their own or even do anything on their own because of, the world that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy and it's scary and it's not even for them either. My daughters too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Teaching them, the realization of, what things really are. Teaching them how to be financially stable, saving and, spending money wisely because right now we're going through basically an epidemic, a pandemic where, a lot of people are jobless,
Yeah.
where they're dependent on, unemployment to survive. And had we known this was coming, I believe a lot of us would have saved a little bit, saved a little bit better for, a rainy day or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking that just install, like fixing stuff, like that would be a good change to start, teaching your kids to do things that, so if it's something that they can always live or lean back on, so that'd be kind of realistic just to change a doorknob or change a lock,
Or change your own tire.
Change your tires, change your oil if you need it, if you know how to do that. But I really don't. But my dad usually do it for me. But he could have taught me that. That's what I'm saying. Like certain stuff you can instill in your kids to where they wouldn't need, certain things. If something was to happen, they'll have something to lean back on, like, cutting grass, anything that's helpful.
And starting small businesses.
Yes, start your own business. Try to make them, rely more on themselves.
Yeah.
And not,
The
even a job
right.
the government.
Yeah, because even a job ain't guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because a job has something to do with the government as well. You're still, getting paid from somewhere. So, yeah, teaching them how to rely and keep their money, going within themselves.
Right.
Yeah, so I get it.
Yeah, that's the I guess the main thing that I would think of, like just if you want to instill something or change something, that's it'd be little things. Even girls can learn things. Like I said, my daddy could have definitely taught me how to change oil. Like I don't think it's a hard job. You just got to get a little dirty, but you can take a bath.
Right.
But that's something I wouldn't have to pay for right now.
As long as you got soap and water, then it's cool.
Exactly. So things like that I feel like would be good. Even hair. teaching your girls to braid hair, stuff that they can, make money on their own. You necessarily, even if you got a job, you can also, have that other skill, pretty
Right.
much. So that'd be good.
Yeah. Okay, our question for today is, what are some realistic changes you try to set for your children/grandchildren? Well, we basically answered that,
Yeah.
in the topic. Teaching them how to, make money and, do things basically within themselves where they don't have to depend on, the government or even really have to have a job, to make their lives okay.
Yeah.
Because I believe eventually this job thing, they're going to have, robots to do a lot of the things. So they're not going to even need.
Not robots.
No, I'm serious. Like, so they're not
Yeah.
even going to even need, really us to do a lot of the work because they will. Technology is, something that it
Yeah.
wasn't when we was younger.
Yep, and it
So
might change.
they're
over the
thinking
next
they're
20,
thinking
30
about
years.
a way, to cancel out employees where they just have, robots doing everything and, stocking the shelves and everything will be computerized.
Making a burger.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Cleaning the grill.
It'll all
I
be.
don't know.
It'll
That's
all-
gonna seem weird.
It'll all be computerized, but I feel like
I think that'll be taking too much out of the American, thing. Like that's gonna take a lot out of people's pockets.
but that's what they're leaning towards.
It'll benefit them more.
It'll benefit them more. They don't have to pay us, so they keep their money in. So us as a culture, need to realistically think like, okay, what can we do to change it for our kids so they won't necessarily have to depend on, having a job or where they're going to get their next meal or where their money going to come from and stuff like that. They'll already have a plan in place, to where they'll be comfortable and they'll have enough money.
Yeah, we need some plumbers. We need
some plumbers.
People
we
to
need
lay some roofs.
We need some
Like,
doctors.
yeah, we
some
gonna need all that.
engineers. We need, we need all of that.
We can make our own little village.
We need to teach our kids how to, plant vegetables and stuff like that.
Gardening.
And, do gardening.
I always wanted to do that, but I felt like, I need my own little space, my own little yard, so I'm working
But
on
see,
getting my own.
that's where it comes in as adults. We need to get our credit in order and be able to, buy houses that,
Yeah.
where we'll have our own space.
Yeah, teaching them basically how to do those things now. Like start early. That's what I tell my son too. He only 20, but that's a good time to start. Because in 20 years from now, you'll be 40 and you will be able to
And
have
you'll still
money.
be young.
Yeah, to retire if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? If you start now, you know what I'm saying?
If you start now and build up on it, you'll be able to, bring
You have
people
a lot
from your
more.
own, from your own culture as your employees, and y'all keep that money generating within yourself, and everybody, make money and, get paid and all that stuff. It will be comfortable.
Yeah, that's funny because I was just watching Netflix and Killer Mike was on there on his little, he had a little show that he was doing. So he wouldn't buy, like, the first little episode, he wouldn't spend no money or do nothing on like, for 3 days, he couldn't spend no money, like white businesses or any Caucasian or whatever. He couldn't spend no money but black owned.
Right.
It was funny, but it was nice. I was cracking up at most of the stuff. So he came up with a lot of different ideas. So every episode is like different. So yeah, it's a lot of people out here that like if you can you actually go to a black owned specifically grocery store? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you actually go to a black car dealership that specifically black people made the car and everything? Really, you can't because all the
You're right. All the, different other different races, you know, built that, you know, but they
Even though we was the actual creators and built this in the beginning, now there's none. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
what he was basically talking about. So it's good to bring all that knowledge, and not only that, to teach our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have to be able to change it. And we it could start now.
I have
like,
a
for real.
feeling though that our kids will be the change.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
You
so
know,
too.
I think our kids will be the change. You
And
know,
we have a lot more business on young men instead of,
like, cause
police
now my oldest
shooting
son, he
them up,
wants to
you
be
know.
an engineer. You know, and I believe that he can go far. You know, with that career,
Mhm.
because he's very smart. But I feel like our kids is, even though we're not instilling certain things in them, they're going to figure out a way to make it, you know,
Yeah.
for themselves.
But it's like,
to be
how can you
comfortable.
instill something into them and you don't know it? But I guess we got YouTube nowadays. You can learn a lot of stuff off YouTube, because I learned a lot of stuff. Like, if I don't know something, I go on YouTube and try to figure it out, and I watch the video. So I guess you can use some of the stuff as your advantage as young kids. Instead of all this negative stuff, you can start learning how to build something to make some light, some power. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff out there. We all just need to come together for real. And I wish I had a little money, to be honest, because I'd make a whole community, like a little rec center or something, to where kids are allowed to come in there and learn different stuff. But when you don't have money, you know, you can think, and you can think big, but when you don't have that money to put into the community to get these boys off the streets, or, you know, to give kids more options, that's where it becomes an issue or a problem.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah.
then even if you got a business, I got a business, but that don't necessarily mean I'm doing good in this business. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a normal small business person, and nobody's willing to really give people chances. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. It's hard out here,
Yeah, it's
especially
hard
for a black
yeah. Mm-hmm.
woman to try to do anything.
Yeah, it is. You're
Not
right.
only that, it's black men too.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Okay. So we're gonna go into what we have.
We're gonna go into some of what our followers said. Somebody said spending habits. I want my daughter to be financially smart. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I said. Budget money, and somebody else said budget money and save for a rainy day fund.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else said patience and understanding. I used to not have patience with my children, and now my grandsons, I'm more understanding to listen, explain, and be patient with them.
Yes.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still learning. Like, I'm
Honey, I'm tell you, I'm still learning too. You know, it's not an easy.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably get it by the time my grandkids come along.
Right. Like, okay, what is
I got this down packed now. Go home.
Right.
Yeah, I'm done for
But
the day.
then we have to hear from our kids, like, you so patient with them and understanding, but you wasn't like that with us.
Yeah.
You know, we got messed up. You used to do this and do that, you know. So, yeah, I mean, we have to learn that while our kids is still young, because I got teenagers, and trust and believe me, my patience was so thin.
But I think it can be different too if it's two parents in a household, you know, to raise these kids.
Yeah,
it's always
you're right.
better than
me
one.
being just a single parent, and it just being me all the time, 24/7.
Especially with boys.
It's a big difference.
Once they get a certain age, you know,
Yeah, because
the girls you'll be able to handle. Mm-hmm. Like, you already been there. You know the moves. You know everything. So, but when it's the boys, it's like they getting bigger. They getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? And then they feel like, you know, like they ain't got to really listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah, because that's how my sons is now. It's like, man, I will.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how big y'all get. I'm going to pick up something and knock y'all
Right.
out with it. You know what I'm saying?
My grandma stayed with that broomstick, boy.
But, yeah, I understand what you're saying when it comes to teenage boys, or boys, period, because I have 2 teenage boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they need
and
that
it's,
father.
yeah, and they need, you know, they need really male stern, you know, discipline, and it doesn't have to be physical. It can just be that communication, you know, to where they redirect themselves. But me being a woman, it's only so much that I can do. You know, I can talk to them until my face turn blue. The information that they choose to pick up and take with them is you know, solely up to them.
Yeah.
They don't have, you know, they do have to listen, but if they rebel and, you know, do things, they feel like they can do things their way.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, like I said, my son is 20, but it seemed like, you know, as he getting older, it's still stuff that he's trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? Kids have, like, even now, like I said, I'm still learning things about life and treat, you know, how to keep my children and, you know, stuff like that. But like, I noticed that with my son, because when he got 18, I'm thinking, oh, he 18. He said, you know, I ain't got nothing else to do after this. Y'all need to get 18 and get up out of here. But it wasn't like that. It was
no, it's not that easy. They still,
dang, like, you still, you know, calling for information, like, you know mama, how to do this, how I do that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought I was done.
No, you're not. And I don't think that you're ever done, because I'm 36, and, you know, some points in my life, you know, I still call my mom and be like, hey, Mom, you know, I'm having difficulty with this. How do, you know, I do this?
Yeah.
You know, and she has more patience than she did back then, you know, and she'll sit and explain it to me, but you never stop learning. You know, you never stop needing your parents. I don't care how old they get.
Like I said, you know, I was in full mommy mode. Like, I can't wait till y'all turn 18. Jesus, y'all get on out my face.
And 18 is not going to change nothing, you know, unless they really think they're grown and be like, all right, I'm 18, I can do what I want to do. Okay, now you feel like that. Now I'm going to push you out there. Ain't no, because as long as you living with me, you going to go to school. And or if you feel like you can handle it, you're going to get a job to be able to take care of yourself. I don't need no money for no bills, no none of that. But you're going to get, you know, but you need to be financially stable to where you can take care of yourself, be bringing in an income where you can take care of yourself. But it's never going to be, oh, I'm 18, I don't got to go to school,
and see, I
don't got to get a job. No.
I was trying, when I told my son, he, you know, I was like, okay, you can at least do this. I give him, like, okay, at least buy the tissue and stuff for the house. Give me $50, $60. That I'm just trying to prepare him for the other bills. You know, this ain't nothing compared to what you can go pay. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to give him a little responsibility, but that didn't work. Like, he was quitting jobs left to right. I'm like,
yeah, but I told my
man,
kids,
how you gonna give me some
I
money?
always tell them, I can't wait until y'all get older, because then y'all gonna see how much of a struggle it really is to keep up with your own basic bills. Your own basic bills, to be able to live on your own, far as rent, veteran, DP&L, your phone bill.
Right.
You know, and then that's just the basics.
Right.
Anything else is extra, cable and all that. You gotta have enough money to be able to pay for that.
Right.
You know, you can't, I'm not saying that you can't ask me, but I'm not going to pay for the luxury for you to have cable. No, you want to have cable. That's your responsibility. When you live with me and I wanted cable, I paid for cable. Which means that's something that you're going to have to do on your own. It's a lot of responsibility on top of keeping food in the house. Because if you don't have children, you won't get food stamps.
Yeah.
You won't get food stamps, which means you're paying cash for everything, which means you have to budget your money in a way that you'll have enough for everything that you need for the time that you're not, once you're not living with me.
I feel like some people don't need no food stamps. If you ain't got no kids for real, I don't feel that you need it, because you can apply for it and probably get a little bit, but I don't feel that they need it, actually, just because, especially if you're young and healthy. Like, if I was no kids, if I had no kids right now, I would be on vacation, and probably every month. Like, they'd be like, this girl is always on the run, because I'd be out of here. Like, you know, like, forget that, I'm getting on a plane, I'm about to be here. Miami is my favorite place. So I'd be in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, with no kids, I feel like you can do so much more. Work. I'd be working, but I'd be having a vacation.
As much as you want to. You can work and go to school.
Yep.
But I've seen kids, you know, kids that's my kids' age. You know, my daughters now got Instagram pages and are friends with girls who's having babies. So we can't block that out of our, out of the realistic dream, because eventually, depending on how they was raised, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to where they're going to have kids, whether they have kids now or whether they have kids later. But you have to be ready for that. I can admit that when I did have kids, even though I didn't have my first child until I was 21, I was not ready. I wasn't ready. It's a lot of things that I would have done differently before I would have brought a child into this world, because it's messed up.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah, now
So,
you realize that, but then
now I realize that, but
and that's how
my
these
younger
young
days,
kids are. They
no.
don't think about the future. They think about now.
Yeah,
they
they
want to
think-
live for that moment.
Yeah, they want to live for now. And true enough, you're not promised to be here tomorrow or, next year or whatever the case may be. But that don't mean rush everything just because, you're not promised that you still have a life to live. And trust and believe me, at a young age, a baby slows you down.
Yep.
And the way that these boys is now, they are not going to sit and help you raise no baby. No, they all about all the young people that I've seen after my generation, they're all about the streets and they don't care. And that's so heartbreaking. Like, a lot of these parents raise their kids as being their friends instead of really being their parent, and you can tell. You can tell. And it's heartbreaking. So the changes that I would do for my kids, wait. Please wait. Do things different.
Yeah.
Use your brain. Be smarter than the average person. And I'm not saying the average person ain't smart, but, be 2 steps ahead of that person. Please. Because it ain't nothing out here for you but trouble, for real. And this world don't care about you.
Nope.
The world don't care about. They don't care about you. They don't care about how you feel.
They
Your
don't
feelings
care about
or nothing.
themselves.
They can't even have enough esteem to really care about themselves. So don't rush into nothing. Make a change for yourself. Make something better for you. Look at me and see, and I've never hid my struggle from my kids. So look at me and see my struggle and know what you want for you as a change in your life, so you and your future children don't have to go through what you went through as a child, even though your struggle was nowhere near as bad as mine when I was younger.
Right.
Because it was a lot of things that I changed, to make things a certain way for the children that I do have.
I agree. Preach.
So, okay, our quote for today is, hold on.
Hey, this is a good video, y'all.
The quote for today is, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. And that was by Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes. Yes, and that's what I feel like now in these days. Like it's been with this protesting.
No matter how you get there,
yeah,
just make sure you get there.
Stick together,
Blood, sweat,
mainly.
and tears. Get there.
Get
to where you need to be in life so that you can live and be comfortable.
Let's make some changes in our communities. Like, we got to stick together as a community and make changes for our presidents and, all these things. So go vote.
Yeah, go vote.
Yes, let's get out
every 4
here.
years, and then after that, every 2 years. So,
yes,
we could change, judges, we could change.
Yeah.
It's a lot that we could change.
Because at first, to be honest, I thought when we vote, I was just voting for president. I didn't go to the other one. Now I see it's important to do all the voting.
Yeah, the every 4 years and the every 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's important to do all of that. But now that I know, now that it has been brought into my attention, that's the change that I will be making.
Yes, mine's too. All right, y'all.
So it was nice.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all. Peace.
All right, peace.